make it home.
Well, third row is tight. Still cruising on the damage. Okay, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Okay, are you ready to jump now?
I'm water skiing out here.
Good little girl. There's one behind you, Mike. Come on this. Mike, get the little girl. What do you want me to do? I got the little girl. Okay, I got it. Wait, look over here. She's working. She's working.
They probably can make them over here for nothing.
Okay, Sai, July 4th, we're on the Danube, and you're going to be all over Europe. I love you, Sai. Mike loves you too. See you soon, buddy.
This is town that we visited earlier this morning. And I didn't put 20 pictures of it. But here it is from the boat. It's at night time. Grandchildren, I had a lot of fun. Hey, you're right, it is like Disney, only this is for real.
Is it running? Are you playing?
It's running.
We're still with that truck.
Where are you?
Okay?
I got you.
Get your screw.
Huh?
Come and get your screw.
Okay.
Too much.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
That's okay. I said there's no handle on it. Okay.
You were a one.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, you can start all over again.
Mike, if you were a woman, wow. Well, vice versa, Mike.
Yeah. This is the Belvedere Palace entrance in Vienna.
Going up and down, so there is a movement here. And please have a look at the central part of the palace. There you can find the door. Originally, the palace was open because in the times of Prince Vienna, people are taking notice that there are not a lot of flowers here. You should know in such gardens and baroque styles, the flowers are not the most important thing. The most important thing is the And later he fought against...
Okay,
Mike Seymour,
okay.
the Habsburg Castle in Vienna.
No, the Belvedere Palace in Vienna. It used to belong to the Habsburgs. That's very good. Very good.
For the big palace, which is used as a museum today, don't forget, in this palace we find pictures made by Schiele, Klimt, Kokoschka and others. And when we stay here, I think we can imagine why this place is called Belvedere, beautiful view. From here we have a very nice view of St. Stephen's Cathedral, which is our landmark. You can see the spire of the cathedral. And on the right side of this spire you can see a green dome. And that's the so-called unfinished tower. You should know we love histories, we love legends. And so we say that the architect had a lot of problems with the construction of this tower. And one day the devil came along and said, listen, if you want, I could help you to finish this tower. So Buxbaum said, well, I don't know if I would accept the help of the devil. But then the devil answered, listen, don't ask you much, a lot of things. The only thing I ask you is that you never in your life pronounce a Catholic name. And so Buxbaum accepted the help of the devil and the construction was developed. But one day when he was up there, his wife passed by and her name was Maria. And so he called, Maria, how are you? The devil came along and said, huh, you pronounce the Catholic name, and he threw down the architect. And that's the reason why this is the unfinished. And then you can see two green domes, and that's the area of the Hofburg Palace. So this afternoon we are going to see Schönbrunn Palace, the former summer residence of the Habsburg dynasty. But the Hofburg Palace was the former winter residence of the Habsburg dynasty. And next to the bigger green dome you can see St. Augustine's Church. That's the square just behind the Opera House. And in the background you see some hills. And this night you're going up to one of those hills here. In German we call them mountain. Kahlenberg. Berg means mountain. But it would be better not to say to the people of Salzburg or Tyrol, because it's a really old...
What was this you said about military?
He was a military man.
Yeah, I know, but you said something about the garden being...
No, you see the grass, but no flowers in reality, right? And that's typically for Baroque gardens. And this is a French garden. I don't know if you have ever been to Versailles.
Yes.
No? It's the same style. No flowers, only the grass and the trees and the... House, and we will end our tour this morning just behind the Opera House. Then we get off the bus and we walk to St. Stephen's Cathedral. 600 years to erect this palace. So it's not only one building, it's composed of a lot of buildings. For example, ahead of us, this is the youngest part of the Hofburg Palace. This part was erected under the rule of emperor. You also find a lot of museums. For example, there one could look for some music instruments. The Ephesus Museum. The National Library is there. So there are a lot of arms exposed there. So they're really the reason why we got his statue here. And ahead of us there is a statue of Prince Eugene of Savoy. We saw his palace, summer residence, and behind you. So ahead of us you can see the statue of Okay.
They struggle to get close.
You have heard of Sissi, the wife of Franz Joseph, the beautiful Sissi. Have you ever seen the film Sissi with Romy Schneider, an Austrian actor?
This is the largest Ferris wheel in the world. They filmed the third man being at this car on this Ferris wheel. A lot of it. Hey Dino.
Hi, Mike.
Now we are crossing the new Danube, and this new Danube was erected about 15 years ago to protect the town against the overflooding waters. And originally, the community of Vienna wanted to make an industrial zone right here, but the population was against this project, and so now it's really a recreation area. And the waters are clean enough to come here for swimming, here for cross-country skiing. And now, only now, we are crossing the Danube itself. On the right, you can see again small hills. Our restaurant. So the blue umbrella on the first floor was the former flat of Johann Strauss, and here he composed his very famous work. And the second floor for you. Okay.
Glasses on for a change.
Uh-huh.
Where's Nancy? Hi Nancy.
Where's Nancy?
Hi Nancy. Hi Jim.
Is that Nancy with the laughing face?
Nancy with a laughing face, yes.
Well, American Lift was Thanksgiving yesterday.
San Marino? And the man, you mean?
Yeah, it looks like him.
Yeah. This is Joseph. The man of Maria.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Million. Wow. But not dollars. Shilling.
Oh.
So it's about $150,000. It's very attractive. It took as a century. It's about 1440, 60 something.
It's almost as old as the United States, as America.
It's more. It's older than the United States.
Well, Mike,
Yeah.
I love you very much. I'm going to save just a little bit of it for the castle this afternoon, Mike.
Oh, okay. Focus the way you like. What a Kansas.
Make sure you get the chandelier over.
You're too much, mate. But that is some poo-poo. Oh. I got you, Dino.
Listen, don't get me. Don't waste the frames on me, man. We can sell those.
Yes, no problem.
I was looking for somebody who might be looking.
To the palace. The exit is over there where you can see the red umbrella, okay? Then you see the main entrance here with the two obelisks. And here we meet again at 4:30. When we get off the palace, and perhaps you can get in right now, and then you go out by this door, and then you go through. Stoves, they're different in all rooms.
They're all original.
They are all original Bristol, of course. Okay?
Made where?
The stoves were made in Austria. In Austria. wait here to be received by the emperor. And sometimes they had to wait 7 hours, let's say. And that the time passes by, so they put this billiard table right here. How to make guided tours. And on the other side, you can something. The person only were allowed to thank the emperor for an honoration, decoration, and so on. You see, there's a small bell, and when Franz Joseph wanted the next person to come in, he rang the bell, and this was everybody knew the next person had. So this chandelier here, it's made of wood. Here we have 48 lights, and the electricity dates back to the last century. And you should know. So this was the working room of Franz Joseph. You should know that Franz Joseph got up very early in the morning. At about 4 o'clock in the morning, he started to work at about 4:30 in the morning. He worked the whole day long. Please look behind you, there you can see. And now take care of the furniture here. Usually people say it's very simple, that's in burger style. But be careful. Under the rule of Franz Joseph, they're very Catholic, and they wanted the population to be Catholic too. So the 3 following rooms. So we go backwards, and before Sissi, so the 18th century, they brought the water into the palace. How do you spell Sissi? Sissi, S-E-I-S-I. Sissi, Elizabeth. So this is the common bedroom, and this was the only palace where they had common bedrooms, because in all other palaces, Sissi and Franz Joseph had separated rooms, veranda wood. And you should know that each man of the dynasty had to learn a burger's profession. And Franz Joseph was a carpenter, and so the masters of the carpenter of Vienna offered the first. And here we see again some pictures which show us children of Maria Theresia. Here you can see Maria Caroline, and again Maria Antoinette, and on the left side of the door, Maria Christina. I told you before, she was the favorite daughter of Maria Theresia. She was the only one who was allowed to marry the man she loved, because all the curtains, and that's the reason why we call this room the yellow room. But it's really very easy to change the name of the rooms. But please have a look to these pictures made by Leo. It's an imitation of Versailles Palace, but it's much smaller than Versailles. But all the glasses you find here on the wall are more than 200. And he said, I only continue to play if I can marry Maria Antoinette. So please look into this mirror here. It's the same bed. We have another beautiful fountain. That's a magical fountain. And this fountain will show us that the Habsburg dynasty wanted not only to don't forget, or think of the brother of Franz Joseph Maximilian, who became emperor of Mexico. And here you see the Prince of Happy. Perhaps in Hungary you heard about it, that's not true. She never was elected emperor. Her husband, Francis Stephen of Lorraine, was elected emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. But we always say she would. This is the reception hall. Perhaps you remember we saw this hall represented on the picture in the first room. Kennedy was the president, and during his congress of Vienna in 1840, 1850, he organized a lot of festivities. You can see Maria Theresia, she held the crown on her head, and all the Catholics who were part of the empire were represented here. So, the
ceiling?
picture,
Yeah.
anybody of the Austrian army. During the World War II, one of the Joseph traveled to the private festivities, for private dinners and so on.
Okay.
Ethel and Jed, this is the Schönbrunn Castle of the Habsburgs in Vienna.
1,400 rooms.
1,400 rooms. I don't have much of Cy left, but here's, bless them. Baruch Hashem.
Hey, what does that mean?
Thank God.
Oh, okay. I got it. Pretty beautiful, Mike.
Really is.
Look at that fountain up there. There we go, Mike.
There it comes.
Oh boy, I tell you, you're getting more and more handsome.
Does it say record?
Record, REC.
Okay. See the red light.
Hi, Mike.
Hello, Dino. You having fun?
Oh, I'm having a lot of fun. Jackie doesn't know what she's missing.
Okay, now you can start walking again.
This way.
Yeah, where you going?
Pull the stomach in, Dino.
Pull
Pull it in. Pull it in, Dino.
You'll need a crane to do that.
You're no good. Jackie, I'm glad you're not here. He's no good.
After one or not.
Hey, Michael. Gotcha. Oh, you can move. It's okay.
Hello.
How you doing, Michael?
Good.
Good. Okay. You having fun?
Yeah.
Good. Very good. Okay.
Fasching.
Hey, Dino, I got you.
This bench is a little shaky, Ellen. I think it's not only on.
Got Emmanuel?
Well, let's sit down and see if it, if you're sitting on it, there has no
I think
place
it's
to go.
not level. It's not on level rock.
It's not the one she wants you to drink out of.
I think you want to make
You said a half chicken. I can take a half chicken.
Have her bring you some more napkins, Ellen. With chicken, we're
Oh,
gonna
you
need.
know I had a lot of napkins.
Oh, you got some?
No,
Bring them
I took
out.
them out.
Well, that was smart.
Yeah, I left them in the room.
That was smart.
30 years ago when we had a machine shop, we had 6 punch press operators, and we would stand in the middle of these guys 8 hours a day. Right now, if we had the same...
If you got 4 hours a day on them, you'd be lucky.
No, there wouldn't be one person working for
right.
it. You must be kidding.
That's right.
Yes.
Did you see in the paper that apparently we're going to invade Haiti?
Why not?
You said the Marines down there?
Why not? We got a black army. They gotta have a few spare women every now and then. What's the matter with you, man? Was going nowhere. Christ, they had oil all over Sam, right?
St. Louis is a big Italian town.
Huh?
St. Louis is a big Italian city. All the good restaurants in town are down on the hill. You heard of the hill in St. Louis?
No. What happened was, I was destined to go to
my wife was acting very, very strange. She was from Alabama. My mother was having problems with I made the mistake of calling Selma, Alabama. She was in a hospital. They were giving her insulin. So I was with a fellow who was destined to become the plant manager out there. I got on a bus, made a call, got on a bus, and took a bus back to St. Louis, where I arrived at something like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Jumped into a plane, I landed in Arkansas. I must have made about 7 stops. And I finally got down to Alabama.
Wasn't in an airport called Rio, and
They accused him of murder. He had a cross eye. About 6 months later, they found the guy. My mother was carrying me. He was just fed up. Came to the United States before 1984. My uncle came over 6 months later. He took me and my sister. But they killed my mother. Just killed her. Many. I go back and talk about my family. I wanted to go back to San Marino in 58. The old man had $300,000 and he could sell his assets. We could have bought a third of the country in 1958. Today, San Marino per capita income is probably as high as Switzerland. Wow, what's happening? Well, we'll get fired. Wait, Milton, you're getting off the track. The point I make is since that time, a lot of schools have sprung up that I have never heard the names of. They've been born within the last 30 years. It's almost like a make-work program whereby the growth industry...
the government was supporting them all.
The government was supporting them. People became professors who didn't know their head from their elbow. So what's going to happen to all these people? They can't
No. Yeah, I know. I've got 3 generations of college professors in my...
You know it's ridiculous.
Yes, I know.
They give tenure to anybody that's been there a few years, whether they're competent or not.
That's exactly right.
There are a lot of competent ones, but there's also a lot of incompetent.
Really okay, right? Is it not like that too?
No. Very little. But that's enough.
Already, ladies and gentlemen. And of course also up here you have a restaurant, you have the viewpoint. A lot of people are coming up. You have as such the town to your feet. The Danube Tower, yes. Now, I don't know how many of you like to take a photo, yes? Those who like...
Do that. This is one of those cameras you point and shoot.
Huh.
Well, okay.
I don't want all those sticks in my way.
Right here? No, all the way down.
To be able to sit here like that too often.
And up on the hill?
Right, hotel, restaurants in New York. Then he went back. He opened up a travel agency or something. But he was a great guy.
San Marino. Where's San Marino?
Yeah.
And they only sell stamps for revenue. You mean San Marino and Italy?
Nobody buys them anymore.
Or we're starting on tomorrow, after you are. But the interesting part of it is it takes us half again as long to load as it does here. Because we have 68 people.
I said to Ingrid yesterday, I said, are you going to take care of this girl for me when I'm gone? I said, this is my father here.
Yeah.
I'll take care of her.
Good.
Heilig, hoor. Different.
Okay, Lucy. All right, Kathy. Katie.
Here, nothing like a still movie, right? A little song too, or we pick it. Do we have on the sound?
Okay, now we got you. Hey, Robin. Got Robin. Got Robin. Was it? That's a great view. Yeah.
Not that I haven't.
Well, Dino, what do you think?
It's great, Mike. We
Okay.
do this every 3 years, every 2 years. It's all right.
At least.
Incredible.
Right.
There's Nancy and Jim over there.
Okay, now I got you.
Hi, Mike.
Hi. Tell Jim to turn around. Hey, Jim. How you doing?
You getting them?
Huh?
You getting them?
I'm getting everybody as they come in.
Good boy.
Yeah, there's Bill and Marilyn. There's Milton.
Hey, there's Jim.
Yeah, I tried to contact that guy today, but he was out to lunch and I never got back to him again. His number.
Mike has got these two people named. Well, wow.
Where's my wine?
Oh, yeah.
On the 4th of July.
Oh, happy 4th of July.
Yeah, I called it right. Yeah, right.
My son is going down to Richmond tomorrow morning. One of his close friends.
You've been delightful, and I am just sorry it was such a big group, but I guess everybody wanted to, first of all, ask Ingrid to come up here. She was my
Well, thank you very much. It was a great pleasure of having you, and it was really great of allowing me to show you a little bit around Europe. And I hope that when you go back, that memories are coming back to you. And all I can say is, auf Wiedersehen.
What should I say? I just have to say thank you to everybody, and I hope you like this tour. And see you again, hopefully. Thank you.
She's terrific. She can speak Hungarian, Austrian, and a few other languages, I believe. But she jumped off the bus and was chatting with this young fellow in German, I believe. And I couldn't understand what she was saying, but I found out later what she really did say. She asked this young fellow, says, "We go straight ahead, where do we get to?" He said, "I don't know." She says, "If we go to the right, where do we go?" He says, "I don't know." They said, "Well, if we go to the left, where do we go?" He says, "I don't know." And Vera says, "We aren't very smart, are you?" He says, "No, but I ain't lost."
just call my 800 number and I'll be glad to help. And this is just beautiful. I thank you very, very much. To get up really, really early. Don't forget, you have to be on that bus on time because Robin is doing the round trip. He goes from the Austrian town to the other hotel, to the airport, back to the Austrian town, back to the other hotel. So he can't wait. So you have to be on time.
Hey, Dino. How you doing? That's it?
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Listen to that music.
Where's the music coming from?
From the great building.
Oh. Wow.